Hello team, Coach Alexa here. I'm going to kick off a bit of a series about walking. She says, wearing a t-shirt that quite clearly says "We Run" on it. I've sort of talked a little bit about this before, and I've been inspired for a few reasons to have a bit more of a detailed chat about the wonders of walking. Firstly, because it's something I do a lot of, which for reasons that I'll go into in future videos, and it is a perfectly valid and wonderful way to spend more time outdoors, connect with other people, improve your cardiovascular fitness in exactly the same way that running is. Well, not exactly the same way, but it ticks those very similar boxes to what running does. And also I've been slightly sort of inspired, as it were, slightly a hint of irony in my face there perhaps, by Nike's recent sort of thing trying to show up at parkruns with signs suggesting that you should be running them, not walking them. And if you're not running parkrun, then you're doing something wrong. Walking is not the appropriate thing to be doing, which did make me roll my eyes slightly. That is their view, and as you can probably tell, not mine. And I find it really hilarious, but also slightly irritating about the fact that we as humans do seem to have got this hang up in our heads about walking versus running. It's just two different gait patterns that exist for slightly different reasons, right? Running is what you do if you want to get somewhere faster, I guess at the end of the day, it really is that simple. Running is higher impact. Going back even just, I guess kind of, other than Olympians, but for most, sort of average people, you would run if you were playing a different type of sport, or if you were, running, training for an event. But most people would run if they just needed to get somewhere a little bit quicker. And it irritates me as well because I look at my dog, I look at all of the other sort of creatures on this earth. Most of the other mammals have 4 legs. They have 4 gait patterns. We just have 2. My dog doesn't care what gait pattern she's doing it. She chooses it based on the situation, what she's doing, the terrain she's on, how quickly she wants to get somewhere, and how long she wants to keep going for. So yeah, I wanted to just take the time to explore walking because it can be incredibly useful for running, but it can be incredibly useful, enjoyable, good for your fitness, completely in its own right as well. So yeah, share your thoughts and I can include them in this little series. Happy running and walking.